Hey Bone Band, it's Mr. McCraw here. In this lesson we're going to be introducing another new rhythm for you. But as always, we're going to start with the world's most boring, easy measure right here. 4 quarter notes, right? Big 1, big 2, big 3, big 4. Clap and count it. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. Excellent, way to go. Okay, so it's 1 beat each and 2 pulses, right? 1 beat, 2 pulses is a quarter note, okay? But remember, in the last lesson, we combined 2 beats like that. We made it into a half note, right? Half note, okay? So the half note got 2 beats and 4 pulses, okay? So that meant when we had a half note and then quarter notes, that got a 1 2, 3, 4, and that sounded like this. 1, 3, 4, stop, like that, okay? So 2 beats would be a half note. But let's say, I want to do even more. I want to combine all 4 of these beats. I want to make them into one giant note that lasts for 4 beats, the entire measure. What would that be? That's going to be what we call a whole note, okay? A whole note is just a circle. Looks like this, okay? All right, a whole note takes up the entire measure. Think whole note, whole measure, okay? The entire measure, okay? And think about it. If I'm combining 4 quarter notes, that's how many beats it is. The whole note gets 4 beats, okay? Your foot is going to tap 4 times on that, okay? So if I have just a whole note, pretty easy, right here, a whole note. It's going to start on beat 1, and it's going to go all the way to 4, okay? So I'm just going to put 1 4, big 1 4. That's how long it's going to be held for 4 full taps, okay? It's going to get 4 beats and 8 pulses, 8 long pulses, okay? That's how long it is. So it's going to sound like this. 1, stop. Do that again and count how many pulses you have. Ready, go. 1, stop. If you didn't have 8 pulses, you may not have been pulsing enough, okay? Do it one more time with me. Ready, go. 1, stop. So 4 foot taps, 8 pulses, okay? Now think back to the rest versions, okay? So if you have a quarter note, what type of rest is 1 beat? A quarter rest, okay? That's 1 beat of silence. A half rest is 2 beats of silence. And remember, this one looks like a hat. It looks like a hat like this, okay? Shaded in. There's the guy's hat. Now, the face won't be on there, but that's what a half rest looks like, okay? Now, we also have, if you have a half rest, you're going to have a whole rest as well, okay? And that's going to kind of look like a bowl, okay? It's going to be underneath the line, okay, and shaded in, okay? So the whole rest is going to take up the entire measure, and it's 4 beats. So let's say I have a whole note followed by a whole rest, like this. Okay? Remember, when we draw rest, we write them small. Okay, so it's going to be small 1 4, like that. Okay? Let's say I have another whole note here, big 1 4. Okay? So I have a whole note, whole rest, whole note. Let's clap that together. Ready, go. 1, 1, stop. Did you see what I did on the whole rest? I did all 4 beats of my rest hands. I did not do this. I didn't just turn my brain off and stop moving, right? You got to keep tapping your foot for every beat of the rest, okay? Always think and look ahead. Always, always, always don't turn your brain off when you have rest, okay? Be thinking about what's happening next, okay? All right, in the next part of our lesson, Mr. Kennedy is going to run through chart 3 with you, and you review that as many times as you want to get really good at whole notes. Have fun.